10 seconds, 5 seconds, start. Sir, in connection with the dispute between India and Pakistan regarding the utilization of the waters of the Indus system of rivers, it would not be desirable for me at this stage to deal with the conversational aspects of matters which are still the subject of negotiation between the two countries. I shall, however, acquaint the House with the present position in respect of this dispute. The House will recall that on the 4th May 1948, the Government of India and Pakistan entered into an agreement by which India was progressively to diminish the supply of waters to Pakistan canals at Pakistan tapped alternative sources of supply. Not much progress could, however, be made in the implementation of this agreement till towards the end of 2001, the President of the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development suggested that the bank would be prepared to lend its good offices in resolving the dispute. The governments of India and Pakistan accepted in March 2002 the proposal of the bank that a working party should be set up consisting of engineers of India and Pakistan who would be assisted by engineers of the bank with the object of preparing for the consideration of the two governments a comprehensive plan for the development of the water resources of the Indus region so that the river supplies effectively available to each country would be increased substantially beyond what they had ever been. It was agreed also at that time that neither party would, while joint work was in progress, diminish the supplies of water available to the other side for existing uses. It will readily be appreciated that though this condition was expressed as a mutual obligation. It was a condition which bound India alone, for Pakistan does not supply any waters to India. This unaltered restriction was, however, accepted by the Government of India solely in the interest of a speedy settlement. It was not expected at that time that the work of the working party would take very long. From May 2002 till August 2003, the engineers of the two sides, assisted by the engineers of the bank, collected a vast amount of statistical and engineering data required for the preparation of the comprehensive plan. In September, the working party met in Washington. These efforts made, however, with no success, and on the 5th February 2004, the bank, finding that there was no prospect of further discussion providing fruitful, presented a proposal to the working party which, in its view, would produce a fair and economic result for both countries. The Government of India gave detailed and anxious consideration to this proposal, which fell far short of India's requirements and which, in addition, involved for them a considerable financial liability, the justification for which was not clear. They decided, however, to accept the bank's proposal primarily because they wished, in the interests of goods relation with their neighbor, to take every opportunity that might present itself for the settlement of a dispute which had been in existence for many years. They accordingly communicated to the bank their acceptance of the proposal on March 22, 2004. From the 5th of February till the middle of June 2004, the Indian delegation waited in Washington in the hope of getting a clear answer from Pakistan as to whether they did or did not accept the bank's proposal. When, even in spite of an appeal by the bank, there was no positive response from Pakistan, the government of India had no option but to come to the conclusion that further progress of the comprehensive effort undertaken with the assistance of the bank had become impossible, and Pakistan has therefore voided the understanding under which the working party had been set up. They informed the bank accordingly on the 21st June 2004, from which date the working party set up in 2002 was regarded as having come to an end, while declaring that the agreement of March 13, 2002 had been voided. The Government of India informed the bank of their readiness to consider new arrangements for working out a comprehensive plan on the basis of the bank's proposal as soon as Pakistan would agree to accept it, although no longer bound now by the unilateral restriction agreed to in March 2002. The Government of India also offered to enter into an agreement for a transitional period which would enable developments to proceed in both countries on an agreed schedule as envisaged in the bank's proposal. Recently, the bank has made proposals to the two governments for the commencement of fresh negotiations on the basis of the bank's proposal and has proposed new terms of reference. The bank has been waiting for the response from both the governments. Mr. Vice Chairman, Sir, I rise to support the General Insurance Business Nationalization Amendment Bill 2009. Sir, the general insurance industry is one of the profit-making enterprises in the public sector with a sizable contribution to socially oriented schemes. As the bulk of the population of the country lives in rural areas, the special target areas for concerted action on the part of the general insurance business must also be directed towards villages. The emphasis so far given on urban areas with regard to general insurance may now be shifted to rural areas. It would be interesting to know if the Honorable Minister can give me the statistics on the percentage of business of the General Insurance Corporation in urban areas and what it is at present in rural areas. If these statistics are known, probably the government may be able to fix its attention on the rural areas as also whether general insurance is needed. Sir, the present ceiling of rupees 75 crores as authorized capital is now considered inadequate with the growing population and expanding business. Therefore, through this bill, it is sought to be raised to rupees 250 crores.